It's the Schude Talk Show! Yeah! Welcome to our very special, spooky Halloween edition of the Schude Show. I am here with Angela from Phoenix Arizona Paranormal Society. Did I get it right? Otherwise known as PAPS.
Yes.
So thank you for being here.
Thanks
and
for having me.
So excited. I think I was telling you that Mike is obsessed. Like, this is what runs, like, ghost hunters or ghost adventures, like, all day, every day, I feel like. But you're the real deal, because this is what you actually do.
Yeah, we do this.
So tell me, how did you get into, is ghost hunting the right thing to say, or investigating, or how do you?
Oh, well, it just kind of fell in my lap. It all started as a child.
Okay.
When I was a child, I had lots of experience. Kind of had an emotionally charged family. Okay. A little alcohol mixed in, and those kind of things, draw in the spirits, kind of the bad spirits. So I had a lot of bed shaking, a lot of sitting on my bed, the hangers going off in my closet. I know,
chills.
6, 7, 8 years old, and I'm freaking out. Toys going off. So then I get into adulthood. I still hear things, see things a little bit, and I'm like, So me and my daughter, she was 16 at the time, we went to the Phoenix Zoo, and there was PAPS, Phoenix Arizona Paranormal Society. And we went through their little exhibit, and I got one of their cards, and I emailed them, and I said, I would love to know more. Yeah. Because of my childhood, I want to know more. I want to know why. I want to know what all that was that happened to me, and I want to experience this. So he brought us in, and Rod's real protective of his team, and he's very careful. So he had us.
Rod's the founder who started
Rod
it.
founder. He had us doing like crowd control and putting wires up and all the work. It's like, if you can deal with this, and you can come on.
When you say like wires and stuff, so was this at like an event, or was this when you go into an investigation?
It was an event at the first one. It was Mesa Historical Museum. We haven't been there in a long time. Down at Lehigh. Okay. And we would set up. Back at that time, 11 years ago, they would have like screens up, and we would watch. We would sit and watch and write down if we saw anything. Yeah. We don't do that anymore, but that's what he put us to work doing that. Then we went on our first home investigations, and
does someone, similar to how you ran into them, does someone just find your number and say, hey, there's something going on in my house, I want you to come check it out?
Yes, we send them to the website, and they email Rod, and he's very, like I said, very protective. He makes sure that everything's safe before we go in. Very.
And do you always do them at night?
No. Well, I mean, most of the time. And the reason is, it's not because ghosts come out at night. It's because we can see our equipment. Our equipment has lots of flashy lights, and it just makes it better for camera, better for the eyes.
Gotcha.
I've been in places at 10 o'clock in the morning where things are just going crazy. So
up early.
Yep.
Those are the morning ghosts. So what about some experiences that you've had? I know you said when you were younger, and you said as an adult you're getting some. Can you talk a little bit about one of the craziest things that's ever happened to you? In an investigation?
Personally, or on a team level?
Maybe both.
Okay. On a personal level, we were renting a home in Kauai as a family reunion. Me and my husband were on the top floor, and then the rest of the family was down at the bottom. And I heard an ambulance, and I'm like telling my husband, you need to go downstairs, see what's going on, because they're coming into the house. And so I guess my father-in-law fell out of bed, and so my husband goes down there, and I'm half asleep trying to get ready to get up and go see what's going on. And I see a shadow figure, a full-on black shadow figure walking towards the sliding glass door, which is the other direction. And I'm like, Mark, what are you doing? You need to go that way. And I'm going, wait, my husband isn't that skinny. That wasn't my husband. And we were right next to what's called Queen's Baths, where a lot of people die all the time.
Wow.
because to swim, dangerous. It's very dangerous place
Okay.
to swim in Kauai, but also very exciting because the waves coming in. But
Yeah.
that
Was
was, I think, and they say Kauai is the most haunted island.
Out of all of
So,
them?
yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Have you guys ever heard of the buckhorn baths? I'm sorry,
Yes.
you guys. Am I allowed to say that?
No, you are, and so it's interesting. My grandparents moved out here in like 1979 and built a house at Leisure World, which is right by there. So
I
the
love
Buckhorn-
Leisure World. Their
Yeah.
homes are beautiful. We've been in there before, so
I
yeah.
bet you have. Well, because I feel like I've felt things at their house, but yes, Buckhorn Baths was right, kind of across the street. So, but it's been there a long time, right? So
Oh yeah, I wrote it down, but really along the Sligers came
okay,
and they
the
started
family.
oil. They dug for oil, which they actually came up with mineral water.
in
And-
that place.
Yeah,
Mesa?
in that
Okay.
exact area. So they, instead of worrying about the oil, they had a gas station. I don't know if it ran out. I don't know, but they dug some more, found some mineral water, was popping right up. They created the Buckhorn Baths, and then the San Francisco Giants came, and they trained here, and they went to the baths. Just tons of history. Artists, the famous artists in Arizona came there to relax and paint. So there's just a plethora of spirits there. So going to that, we were able to. I'm sorry, is it okay if I talk about
Please
Buckhorn?
do. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes. I want to hear about
get so
it.
excited about
Yeah, no,
Buckhorn.
I want to hear it.
It's one of our favorite places. The manager died, so we had no way after that to get in. We've been trying and trying.
And how long ago was that the manager? Because it's been empty
It's been
for
years, yeah.
a
It's
long
been
time,
few-
right?
Yeah. So when the manager was there, we had a resource from the Mesa Museum said, we want you to investigate the Buckhorn. People say it's haunted, and then we want to do tours. So we're
Okay.
like, so we'll
As a
we'll-
museum.
Right,
Yeah.
right. We'll lead the tours. The money goes to the museum. So we go over there, me, Laura, and somebody named Rob. He's kind of on and off in the team. So we go in. Sorry, I get a little sidetracked sometimes.
You're in good
So
company.
we get there at 10 a.m. and we're walking around, and I am totally blown away. 10 like I was saying, 10 a.m. in the
yeah.
morning. There's orbs flying in front of us, noises, voices. I'm hearing voices, and I'm like blown away. Here they are at 10 o'clock in the morning. Nobody's been in there for years. All the stuff, the Sligers just left their clothes hanging from the
Oh.
50s. Everything left was as is.
was?
All the little old-fashioned beauty supplies were all just sitting there. It was incredible. And then, this is what really blew me away. On the property, there was a restaurant. Am I going too long?
No, you're
okay.
perfect. Sorry.
On the property, there's a restaurant that had not been open in over 20 years.
Okay.
So they actually had to take a crowbar to let us in. So we get into this restaurant, and there's boxes with pictures of autographed photos of baseball players and artwork and just tons of stuff. And while the men are getting all excited over this, I'm hearing like pans clanking. I'm like, what the heck? So I go over to the kitchen, and I'm in there by myself. It's like a little square kitchen, kind of like that. And I get my camera up, and as I'm snapping a photo, this figure appears in front of me, and it's like someone threw a handful of glitter up in
What?
the air, and it was gone in a second. I caught teeny bits of it on my phone camera, because I wasn't investigating. We're taking a tour. I wasn't expecting.
Yeah,
to,
you weren't set up with all of your equipment
Yeah.
and ready to roll.
And I was recording it also on a recorder. I bring a recorder everywhere. And when I get home, I hear, you know what EVP is?
Yes.
Electronic voice phenomenon. We can hear it on recording, but not with our ears. I heard a voice say, do something, get rid of her. And then the other one says, I'm trying. And you can hear, like, on 4th of July when
Yes.
the kids go out and bang pots and pans.
That loud? or
That's
that
what
easy? Oh my
that loud.
gosh.
That's what it sounded like. They were trying to get rid of us.
And were you the only female there?
No, there was one more, but she was apart from me. I was
So
all
they were trying to
alone.
get rid of you
Yeah,
specifically,
yeah.
it sounds like.
Yeah, they did not want us in that restaurant. And then there was also, I got an EVP of a little girl running with hard shoes across a wood floor, which there was no wood floor in there at the time. And she goes, "Where's the restroom?" And another lady says, "There is no restroom." So that was like a residual, something that happens, like a recording in time.
So talk about that, because that's what I was wondering. So is it like the wall, if the walls can speak or whatnot, like it holds in those voices?
Everything holds energy, like wood, cement, a lot of the mineral water carries a lot of energy. So
Just being
all
there,
those
just
things.
hold on to it. Like you said, like just captured in time. And you almost feel like that. I'll go to places that are like that, even houses, and you just feel like if the walls, like you feel energy. Energy, I think, is
Right.
Sometimes
Everything
I feel
you
things
say,
and I don't know what it means.
a lot of people go, "Oh, that's hogwash," but
Yeah.
it does pick up energy, the things around you, especially natural elements like wood and a stone. Think about Tombstone is one of the most haunted places anywhere, and it's on top of what?
Dirt. Dirt.
Underneath I did it. Sorry. I get so excited. I throw my hands.
Flailing every which way. No, I like it.
Underneath is like granite. Granite holds energy. There's also silver underneath. It's all a cave system. You think about the most haunted hotel, Estes, Colorado. What's it called? I forgot what the name. It's all built on top of stone. Like a granite. So that holds a lot. They can draw energy from that. The most haunted places in a home is a bathroom. Think about it, water, porcelain, all these things they can draw energy from.
Have you been to Bisbee?
Yes, many times.
We're actually going there at the end of this month. I've been wanting to do the haunted pub crawl.
Oh.
But with COVID and everything.
Yeah.
So I hear that's haunted. The Copper Queen
Copper
Hotel.
Queen stayed there.
Did you? Mm-hmm. Did anything happen?
I got the most incredible EVP while my husband was. So this is a funny story. My husband hates the paranormal, but so I always bring out my equipment while he's in the shower if we're staying in a haunted hotel. Somehow I get him to these hotels.
Well, I was gonna say,
he's nice to do that. He's very sweet to go to these haunted hotels with me, but I will not pull out the equipment until he's like running around the hotel or he's in the shower. So I usually. Funny story, I bring out my equipment while he's in the shower. He takes really long showers, okay? So I got this man, and he said something, it sounded like newspapers flapping, like he's looking at the newspaper. I was sitting at a desk, probably where he sat during that time, and he said, "The Japs are coming. The Japs are coming." Like it was the war. The war was coming. That's and I know that sounds crazy, but... another residual.
Yeah, I don't
probably.
know how that would be a hard thing to make. Well, and that's, I guess that is the thing. I feel like some people are more like open to hearing things, and other people, I guess if you would just make an excuse, but I don't know, the Japs are coming like that.
Yeah,
I don't know who would think of that.
Yeah, like, I know. I wouldn't think of that.
Are you, so with the different like investigators or whatnot, do you watch any of the shows?
I do. I get very bored.
Yeah, I get that with like real estate. Like, oh, you must watch House Hunters. I'm like, no, I don't want to work.
Right.
When I'm out, I just want to like relax. But is there some that are more like real than others, or I feel like Ghost Adventurers sometimes it's a little more corny. And then like Ghost Hunters, like they're a TAPS. I don't know if you guys are related at all.
No.
Okay.
No.
Different.
No. Just the P and the T. No. no, we're not related.
Okay. So, any of those, do you have a favorite, or you said you get bored?
I get bored. So what happens is we don't get possessed every time we go out.
Yeah.
I've been here doing this 11 years, never experienced a
like took anyone home with you?
Well, that's not true.
Oh.
What do you call it? Demonic. Never experienced that. I've seen a man get scratched.
That was with you?
No,
or just on
a
TV?
homeowner.
Homeowner
Yeah.
got scratched. Oh,
that's the worst I've seen, and I don't even know if I believe in evil spirits. And I don't believe that Zach Bagans gets, sorry to say his name out loud, but I don't believe he gets possessed on every show.
Yeah.
I think it's an act.
For
This
sure.
doesn't happen.
Right.
Rare, very, very rare.
Right.
So,
Well, and that's good that you're encountering mostly happy ghosts.
we're very kind. We're considerate.
Respectful and-
You wouldn't go up to a living human and scream in their face and say, "Talk to me now." We don't do that. We're very
Not
respectful.
instigating, yeah.
Right? Because these are people who have passed. They're not. There's good people.
Yeah.
There's bad people on the earth, and when they pass away, they take their personality with them.
So if people ask, like you mentioned that you saw in Kauai, right, where it was the shadow figure or whatnot, and we're talking about how certain elements hold in energy. So if someone said, well, what is a ghost? Like, what's a quick, like, elevator explanation of... Elevator pitch. Elevator explanation. I feel like all the same. No, but it is elevator pitch.
If I were to say one word, it would be energy.
Okay.
That's what I believe.
And then that's why they come, well, because you said the one with the shadow figure and then the glitter, that was crazy. So it's just different energy.
Yeah.
It comes across looking different.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen crawly shadow figures on the floor. We've seen things on the ceilings. It all depends,
And so are those people just there forever in your opinion? Or, I mean, this might get a little even spiritual, but like, are they passing through, or do you think, are the people just there for eternity?
I think there's my personal feelings, there's different levels of spirits.
Okay.
There's some that are stuck in a bathroom. There's some that can travel. There's some that can communicate freely with you. There's some that can't. I feel like there's different levels. I know. Isn't that weird?
I don't want to be stuck in a bathroom so much.
No, I know. Rod and
I want to travel. I want to see the world.
we had our K2s out, me and Rod, in this bathroom.
What's a K2?
Oh, it's a electronic, a little measurement device that picks up electronic. I'm terrible at these device things. This is where we need the men here. But it goes to red if there's electromagnetic field, a little.
And it detects energy.
Yeah, it's just a little. It's like one of the first things that came out.
I've seen it. Yeah, it's like
So-
and then the light goes off, and does it start like beeping really fast or something? Or
Yes,
the red light.
yeah,
Okay,
the red
I've seen
light
it
goes
on
all the way to the end if
Yeah.
it's strong.
Oh yeah.
So
just like
Rod and
that.
I are chasing this thing all over the bathroom, and when I get home, I get this recording that says "my bathroom." It was like a little old lady, and I felt bad for her
Yeah.
that she was stuck in the bathroom. Yeah, I know. I don't
Well,
want to be that.
Maybe I know. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that would be like Mike's dream because he has like IBS. So he'd be like, "Oh, no pressure here, right by a toilet." Well, and then I said, did you take anyone home with you? Have you done that? Has someone like, because that's one thing I hear people say, well, I don't want to even go anywhere haunted because I feel like I'd bring a spirit home with me. Does that happen?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's part of what we do, and there's always that chance. So, I did bring home one. We were on investigation in Tempe near the river, not the river. What's it called? Salt River. Very close to that. Very tiny.
Oh, is that okay? Where was it? Was it a house? Or?
Yeah, a
Oh,
little
okay.
tiny old house near the Salt River.
Okay.
And during investigation, I have a Frank's box. Frank's box. It goes and you pick up words. And they can talk to you through radio signals.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen
So
that.
yeah, I could go over that whole story about how it came to be. But anyway, so the radio was going and I got the word Mike. Michael, and it was so clear. And then I got the word volcano, and I'm like, okay. So I go home, and the next day, my daughter and grandson had built a Christmas Jurassic Park volcano out of gingerbread. It was something you could buy at the store, where you build those little.
Yeah.
It was just weird that you build a Christmas volcano. And so I'm in my bedroom talking to my other daughter, and my daughter's in the kitchen cooking, and I hear this huge bang, like incredible sound. And this little volcano flew into the air came down. Oh, I did it again. I'm so excited. And it came down and it crashed on the counter and fell into pieces. I'm like, what just happened? I run in the kitchen and my daughter's face is ashen. And she goes, Mom, something just hit the counter and this thing went flying. A volcano, the word that I heard at this other house. And that night, the word Michael was whispered in my ear. Some kitchen tongs flew out of this pot in, not a pot, what do you call it? The little holders for utensils.
Yeah, utensil
flew
holder.
out of my kitchen. And that was that. I told them the next day, go away, you're not allowed here. We can't have this in our house. So
that was Michael, most likely. And so, okay, so then what happened?
I don't know how they get home with us, maybe in our car. I have no idea. But usually I'll just, go to my car after investigation. Nope, can't come home with me. But I guess I missed it that night. I was probably tired, just didn't think of it. But
so he took advantage of
that's
a free
only
ride.
happened. Another time we went to Tubac. Do you know where?
Yes.
I love Tubac.
I have not been there, but I know it's such a popular place.
You have to go and stay at the golf resort. It's incredibly beautiful. The rooms it's just absolutely stunning. So we were investigating the Otero house, which is one of the oldest homes. I could go over that whole story. One of the oldest homes in Arizona.
That's the one where how long? It was
The
built a long time ago. It
Otero
was to try to
family?
get people to come to the area. Right?
Yes,
Like
and they had a cattle, and that's where they filmed that movie with, what's his name? Yellowstone. I can't remember.
John Wayne.
Tin Cup. Yes.
What
he's
is it
got
called?
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner.
So they filmed
Oh,
that
the
movie
golfing
there.
Tin Cup. I was
Tin
thinking
Cup.
cowboy.
So they filmed that there. But anyway, I don't know why I'm mentioning that. But me and my daughter investigated with the PAPS team there. We spent the night. The next day we got home. Everyone was gone. I'm working at my home office. And I hear some jeans swishing in the hallway. Like when your legs rub together.
Yeah.
And I'm going, Jackie, is that you? And there's nobody there. Swish, swish, swish. And that's another time when I'm just like, go away,
Yeah.
But it's only happened twice to me.
In 11 years.
Yeah,
You said?
so I feel
that's
lucky.
not too bad. And literally just say, I'm sorry, like the
Yeah,
car's full.
yeah.
Can't come with me.
I don't get scared. I'm just saying, like, it's
Yeah.
more annoying. It's like, go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to bring my work home with me.
Right, exactly.
Which some of us always say. So is there somewhere that's the most haunted in Arizona, would you
There's
say?
so many places.
Is there like one that like stands out?
One that you could go to now
Yeah.
and visit? We were just talking about that as a team. The Orpheum Theater is very haunted.
Oh, cool.
If you
Yeah,
ever
there-
want to go to Hotel San Carlos,
Okay.
wow. I mean, I just go to any room there.
And they're still open for business, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay.
And then there's another little bar attached to it. What is that bar called? But you can go to this little bar, which is also very haunted. It's right next door. It's on the same property. They share the same basement.
I'm trying to think of which name that is because I've just been downtown not too long ago and I've seen Hotel San Carlos, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember what bar, but that would be.
Seamus McCaffrey's.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
very,
been there a
very
long time.
haunted place, yeah.
So that would be somewhere. And then what would someone do? If you don't have the equipment, would you just like listen and
Your body is the best equipment.
Yeah.
When you think about it, do you ever get like chills? And like my daughter gets chills behind her knee. Rod's ears pop. I get scalp tingles. So you just really have to listen to your body. It's the best equipment you have.
It goes along with your intuition.
I mean, if you want evidence, then bring a recorder and listen to it after.
Just
Wear your earbuds and just stay calm and listen carefully. It's like, do you remember Magic Eye where you had to look for the things in there? Probably a long time ago, huh?
Well, is it like a
I'm
Where's
kinda
Waldo?
old, sorry.
Where's Waldo?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It's an art where you look at the picture underneath it and you have to kind of blur your
sure.
eyes
There's
to
like that
see
stuff
it.
on Facebook all the
You kind
time.
of have
Yeah.
to do that with your ears. You listen for things underneath that don't sound normal.
Yeah.
That's
So what would you say to someone who's like, I don't believe you. There's no ghosts. You're crazy.
I just, I have too much evidence to deny it. I mean, there's no way I can deny it now.
Right.
And I tell them that and just walk on. You know, everyone has their own thought system, their own beliefs, and I just, whatever.
Yeah.
Be happy.
Yeah, well, right. And I think that's great advice for anybody. Have you been outside of the state to investigate?
I have, let me think. Scotland.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I also went to investigate in Alabama, Alaska, just on my own, but not with PAPS.
Okay,
So,
gotcha.
yeah.
Favorite place?
Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Well,
went
and you
down in the
figure,
catacombs.
We're we're not even that old, but you'd think the older places like Scotland's been around forever. Mm-hmm. So what was your favorite place there?
Going down into there's catacombs underneath the whole, where they used to live. They actually used to live down there. When it became more civilized, they just covered it all up with cement and asphalt. They just covered it up.
So it was like living quarters, just underground that people. And
that's where the bubonic plague was, and all
underground.
that stuff. Yeah. So
they were
got a lot
too
of
close.
And it was interesting because a lot of my EVPs also had the accents, which was
hello.
You know, it was just kind of fun. I'm not good at Scottish accents.
Yeah, I don't think I
so much brutal history there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, watching Outlander.
Yeah.
Did you watch Outlander?
Yeah, I tried to.
Jamie, where's Jamie? Kidding. He teases me because I've had a little bit of a crush on Jamie.
Yeah, I think all the girls in my family have.
Oh,
so
Jamie, yeah.
I get it.
That's so amazing. So if someone wants to go, I know that you do houses. So if someone's going, we had someone post on our Facebook group like, hey, I need an exorcism for my house. Probably different than what you do, but will you go and investigate and then kind of come back and say like, yes, your house is haunted, or no, it's not haunted? Mm-hmm. Things like that.
We do. And if they need clergy to come in, Rod has a resource.
Oh, okay.
So we do take care of that if they want it.
Do you share with the homeowner like what you found?
Oh,
evidence?
absolutely. Especially if they want to know. Some of them just don't want to know. They just want it gone. But if they want to know, we'll go over everything with them.
This is it.
Yeah.
And do you have to like calm them down? Like, it's a really nice ghost.
Yeah, and we recommend. Yeah, it's friendly.
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt you. That happens almost every time. I got a great story.
Yes.
We over in Old Mesa, we went to a house because something was crawling up between the couple, just a couple living in this house.
Like
and
when they're in bed or something?
when they're in bed, something was jumping up in between them. Every night, they couldn't handle it. They stopped sleeping in their master bedroom. So they went and slept elsewhere. And so they called us, and we went and investigated. We found out it was ghost kitties. What? The house had been...
Oh my God.
Doesn't that sound silly? It sounds ridiculous, actually. But they were ghost kitties. They had... The person who owned the house before them was a rescue. Either that, more probably a hoarder.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of they think the cats had died in the house. So the couple adopted the ghost kitties.
Oh.
They bought them little balls with jingles in them. They bought them a bed. They accepted it when they crawled up between them.
Oh my God.
They named it, and they're fine. So
and the kitties still live there.
Yeah. So how we knew, how they knew was we got EVPs of this.
Like meow?
Yeah, meows, yes.
Aww.
A dog bark. We had, he called in, the guests asked for, I work for a cruise line.
Oh.
The homeowners asked for a clergy to come in and bless the home.
Okay.
And as he was like sprinkling his water.
Holy water or something, yeah.
We heard a meow with our ears in the closet. I guess when the water hit the ghost kitty, it went meow, and we all heard it with our ears, and we were like, that's on Phoenix Arizona Paranormal.com if you want to go listen to it. It's on there.
Oh, that's
But it was hilarious, and we were happy. They were happy. Here they went from scared, not being able to sleep in their bed, to
like,
happy to have a pet kitty ghost.
And they don't have to worry about their allergies.
Right. That's a good one.
Thank you. As soon as it came to my head, I'm like, that's good. No. Well, I mean, that literally is the best pet ever,
Yeah.
For sure.
Easiest. For sure.
I was going to ask you about, so we touched on it earlier, but you said most or all of the ghosts you've encountered, like you haven't had any kind of like evil spirits or demonic, like nothing like that.
No,
That's
I mean,
nice.
like I said, I saw somebody get scratched in the home.
Yeah, that was a homeowner.
A lot of them cuss and say bad words, but a lot of us do too, you know. And then we die, like I said, and we carry it with us. You know, I don't know why spirits get stuck here.
Yeah.
That's a lot of them get stuck.
That's interesting.
Don't get attached to anything, because I find a lot of things are attachments, like to jewelry. One thing was a tall jewelry box. Spirit wouldn't let go of it.
Interesting. So meaning like in their life,
In this
they
life,
were
yeah.
very connected to certain like
Something,
objects.
maybe a house they built on it with their own hands. They wouldn't leave it. So don't get attached to things. Just let it go.
Yeah. When I love things, and I'm emotionally attached to things and clothes and knickknacks, and so yeah, I could see where that might be a problem. I might just be everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. And so if someone has a house that has an issue, they can call you guys, and then you do events, right? At the Gilbert or the HD Museum.
Yep. This the 29th, we're having a paranormal festival. There we're going to have some booths with other paranormal teams you can talk to, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
it.
And then that night we're going to do investigations, and we still have some room if anybody
awesome.
wants to come. If you know anybody
That wants to come, yeah. I think it would be great.
Oh,
Well,
very
we're actually
exciting.
going this Saturday,
Yeah.
which I'm
Well,
so
good luck.
excited.
I wish I could go now.
know, it's such a bummer, but
I know my husband would pout if I went that. No,
'cause
actually,
it's
my
his
brother's
birthday.
coming to visit too, so it's a
Yeah.
big weekend for
I'm sure
us.
we'll want to do it again.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming down and like sharing your stories.
Oh, I
and,
loved it. Thank you.
We're super excited. Kind of get us in the mood for Halloween, and like it's funny. Your husband doesn't want anything to do with it. Mine like is so intrigued by it, so it's just funny.
Well, you guys will
want
have
it?
to
We could-
come out
we
and do
could
some more
swap.
with us. Yeah.
We could swap spouses.
There you go.
Just kidding. But and we'll put in the show notes probably information on how to reach out to you guys and
Okay.
questions that anybody has, so they can find out more.
Thanks, guys. That was fun.
Thank you. This episode was brought to you by InstaSold at Keller Williams Integrity First, your #1 choice in real estate for the Phoenix metro area. Call us. That's it. Bye.